Hundreds of thousands of Russians have fled to different countries escaping mobilization, mostly through Georgia, Mongolia and Kazakhstan. They usually choose these countries for transit to the European Union, the Ministries of Internal Affairs of neighboring states reported. If there is no EU residence permit or job offer, the best option for legalization is to apply for asylum, says Nikita. He managed to migrate to Finland.
If you apply for asylum, Finns don't refuse anyone. They accept you here, provide you with housing. They give you shelter, food and even some benefits and pocket money. While you are waiting for an appointment, you can stay in Finland in complete safety.
Alexander and his wife are already in Montenegro. They say they arrived without any problems. They condemn the war unleashed by Russia in Ukraine, so they will sell everything they have at home and plan to open their own business.
We'll do our best, we'll find something, we're not afraid. I mean, we are afraid, but it's better than going back to Russia now.
New emigrants are massively selling their properties, causing rental prices to drop by a third and selling prices to drop by 15 to 20%, Moscow realtors say. They advise to sell the property in case of emigration. And money will definitely be needed even before crossing the border, says Russian citizen Alexei Parshkov. He immigrated to Georgia.
When crossing the border, it struck me how corrupt our country is. About 150 kilometers before the border, the police started setting up checkpoints inside the country, where they demanded money from men who drove in the direction of the border. And those who didn't pay were sent to the military enlistment office. I found out from friends and drove around these checkpoints. Alexei Parshkov, Russian emigrant, in an interview with Voice of America.
Emigrants who even without much savings have found a place to live and a job abroad. Call on the men who stayed in Russia with advice to choose any alternative way than the military enlistment office.
For those who have received summons and are thinking of migrating, I would say that any option, including going to prison, is better than going to war. Even if you will not be killed in Ukraine, going to war means that you will have to live your whole life with the understanding that you are a bastard. Denis Petrenko, Russian emigrant in Tajikistan, in an interview with Voice of America.
In order to obtain asylum in the West, it takes time and a willingness to go through all the necessary procedures. To obtain legal grounds to stay in the United States, Canada or Europe, for example, it requires months and evidence that a person is hiding from reprisals. This effort is not comparable anyway to the high probability of being killed in the war in Ukraine. Reported by Roman Smoler, Yulia Bezborodko, UATV News.